Hello, everyone, and welcome to Seven Figure Agency Intensive Iron Sharpens Iron. My name is Esteban Baez, your host, and today I have with me
Charlie McDermott.
Charlie. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
So
This is fun.
we wanted to get a little bit of your origin story. Tell us a little bit about your business and how you got started.
Whew, boy,
Yeah.
how much time, right?
Yeah.
Quite a journey, but the long and the short of it is serial entrepreneur. I started in the health club business for 23 years, had a chain of health clubs in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area.
Really?
And then it was like, oh, what next? And I did a stint actually in Hollywood. My son got into acting, so I actually produced a film and did that fun stuff.
You were into film?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Wow. Actually, it's my son's fault. Yeah, he kept frying our computers with editing back in the day when
it wasn't
it wasn't
accessible.
a thing. And I'd be like, what are you doing? Show me that. So then I got into editing. And anyway, so I got back from Hollywood and said, I got to do something. So really got into marketing consulting and the different versions of that led me to what I do now, which is podcasts, producing podcasts. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, how is that going for you?
It's going phenomenally well. I mean, we started in 2020, and it's funny. It really connects to what I did back about losing track of time, 10 or so years ago. There was this thing called YouTube. You heard of it?
Of course.
And back then it was brand new.
Yeah.
And so business owners were trying to figure out, what do I do with that? So I actually had a service with green screen studio, and it was kind of a joke because we just painted the walls green, and we had a real nice system, but we'd fly in attorneys from over the country, and they'd spend the day there doing videos for their website,
right?
FAQs, things of that nature.
Yes.
So really, kind of what we're doing now with the podcast is very similar. Back then, there was a huge opportunity with video to get ahead of the competition because many business owners, they say, YouTube, that doesn't apply to me.
Right.
And the same with a podcast. There's a huge opportunity. Right. So we're helping business owners figure that opportunity out and obviously helping them get it done.
Excellent. And tell me the story. How did you end up coming into our community, Seven Figure Agency?
I've got to give props to Azar, RepStack.
Okay.
I was using them for the past year, and at the high level conference. So we got to talking, and he said, oh man, he found out I was in Florida. He said, oh, you've heard of Josh Nelson? I said, who? So we talked, he filled me in, he said, yeah, he does webinars, you should check it out. So that night I got in my hotel room, and I said, I got to check this guy out. Because I'm not far from here, as you know, in Florida. Right. And I looked at this one webinar, which actually was about webinars and doing webinars for your business. And I do webinars, but about half an hour, probably not even that long in, I'm going, I got to connect with this guy, with this group, because the structure's there, the system's there, and you don't even have to think. It's just, as I call it, follow the breadcrumbs.
Right.
So I got back home from Dallas, and and Azar said, hey, I'll take you as my guest to the next intensive, which was in July, and this was, I guess, May. And I got back home and said, why would I wait until July? I want in now. I want to start doing this stuff. So I joined in May, and that was 6-7 months ago, I guess now.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
What was one of the biggest takeaways that you've gotten from being here? Just one.
It's impossible to fail. You stick to it, you follow the structure, and it's impossible to fail. And not only that, there's so many head games in business, right? And it's so easy for us to talk us out of success.
Yeah.
But then you get an event like this, or you're on a Zoom training session with all these successful agency owners, and it's like, I can't allow that. They've done it, and you hear their stories, and many of them are worse off than you were, and you go, well, damn, they did it, I can do it too. So
Right, it elevates you just
absolutely
by being in proximity.
Yeah, the rising tide, right? You come to this event, you can't help but leave it, elevate it, and then better focused and energized to whatever, the things that you learn, implement, and or just grow your company. Yeah.
I love it. I love that. Yeah. So I got one last question for you. You ready? Right. When you're not working, what do you love doing?
Of course, we're all kind of cursed with we love what we do,
right?
And we would tend to do it 7 days a week, which is me. Yeah. I like being active. It's one of the reasons why we moved from Philadelphia to Florida. Okay. Is I just like to be active, whether it's just go for a walk with my wife and the dog, or obviously, I was in the health club business, so I make sure every day I'm at the gym or going out for a run or doing something active.
Nice. Yeah. That's excellent. Charlie, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. This was great.
Thanks for the invite.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
You got it.
Yeah. Awesome.